Hello, and thank you so much for watching. My name is Chris Tucker. I am a Medicare insurance agent here in the Arizona market. And today I want to be able to discuss with you and answer the question of would I benefit from a chronic special needs plan? Now, a special needs plan is a type of Medicare Advantage plan, and it's not available to everyone, as you're going to see. And it may be something that you would want, or it may be, depending upon the area you're in, something that you're not going to find as helpful for you. Hopefully, this presentation will sort that out for you and help you at least have some working tools to be able to use to make that determination for yourself. Let's see here. So, our next slide is my general disclaimer. This presentation is for educational purposes only, which means I'm not going to be pushing a particular company, service, product, anything like that. This is a presentation that reviews the special needs plans from a high level overview. And so my intent here is to make sure that you have an understanding of what the difference between your run-of-the-mill Medicare Advantage plans are compared to the chronic special needs Medicare Advantage plans. So, introduction to what a Medicare Advantage plan is. You may already be on one, or you may have heard of one, but a Medicare Advantage plan is a type of plan that is subsidized by the government that covers your Part A, Part B, and generally prescription drug benefits all in one plan. Okay. Now, because of the subsidized nature of these plans are also able to offer dental, vision, hearing, maybe over-the-counter benefits, many of the extra benefits that you've probably heard, read about, or seen on TV, in the newspaper, or from the phone calls that you receive. These Medicare Advantage plans, like Medicare supplement plans and also standalone prescription drug plans, are facilitated or serviced by private insurance companies, and so these are not plans that are offered by the government. The only part of Medicare that is offered by the government is Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B. And the Medicare Advantage plans is one of two different types of plans that are meant to help cover the gap in coverage that is associated with Medicare. So what is a chronic special needs plan? The basic idea of what a chronic special needs plan is, it is a type of Medicare Advantage plan specifically designed for someone with a specific chronic condition. Now, because these plans are designed for someone who has a specific chronic condition, you do need to have the chronic condition associated with the plan. So, for example, diabetic plans are very popular across the nation, and so you would need to have diabetes or a type of diabetes that is covered by the plan. Some plans accept diabetics who are non-insulin dependent. Some plans accept diabetics who are only insulin dependent. And so as you sit down with an agent, you want to make sure that he or she are very clear with you regarding what to what extent you would need to qualify for a chronic special needs plan if you wanted to enroll in one. Chronic special needs plans also are generally designed to provide more focused care and support for that particular chronic condition. And so maybe like for diabetic, it would offer better pricing on certain prescriptions, or would offer enhanced benefits for fitness or over-the-counter benefits, things that would help you to be able to manage your day-to-day care with this chronic condition. So what would be the differences with eligibility and some other things? So for example, eligibility with a regular Medicare Advantage plan, that is available to all Medicare beneficiaries. Okay, there's no health or chronic condition requirement for your regular Medicare Advantage plans, whereas, as I mentioned earlier, a chronic special needs plans is only for individuals with certain chronic conditions. Care management is what the insurance company is a tool that the insurance company uses to facilitate communication between specialists and doctors and pharmacists to ensure that you as an individual are receiving the care you need. Care management is just general for your regular Medicare Advantage plans, but for chronic special needs plans, you're going to have a tailored, focused care management team, a group of physicians and pharmacists who are going to be knowledgeable about your particular condition to ensure that you're getting the best care possible. Specialized services, regular Medicare Advantage plan, it's very much blanketed because they're just servicing the general population. But for a chronic special needs plan, you're going to have specialized services that are designed to be able to help you to slow the negative effects of your chronic condition over time, or possibly even reverse it, depending upon the type of condition you have. And then your network of providers. Again, for a regular Medicare Advantage plan, they're going to take a broad stroke to that. But with a chronic special needs plan, you may have access to even more providers that work within your chronic condition. And so that may also, your accessibility to certain doctors may actually be enhanced on a chronic special needs plan compared to your run-of-the-mill Medicare Advantage plan. So cost comparisons between Medicare Advantage and a chronic special needs plan. Premiums are generally lower with the chronic special needs plan because they do have more focused care. They're putting lower premiums as well as copays, as you can see with out-of-pocket costs, for the particular treatments that you probably use the most in that particular chronic condition. Also, your out-of-pocket costs are generally lower, like I talked about with the copays, relating with services that you use. And then your prescription drug coverage. Chronic special needs plans are going to offer more tailored drug formularies to your particular chronic condition. And in fact, chronic special needs plans are generally more likely to have something called a Tier 6, a Tier 6 level with their prescription drug formulary. And a Tier 6 level is generally not a drug that's more expensive than the Tier 5 specialty drugs. Tier 6 is generally a very special pricing associated with that chronic condition with those medications. And so that's something to be mindful of and to look at is, okay, does this chronic special needs plan have a Tier 6 or does it still use the general 5 tiers? That may or may not be an advantage or a disadvantage. It all depends on what prescription drugs you take and what they are offering in your area, but you want to be mindful of that and be sure that the agent or the insurance company you're speaking with, you get an estimate of what your drug costs are going to be throughout the year so you can compare what your drug costs would be on the chronic special needs plan compared to maybe the Medicare Advantage plan that you're on currently. Chronic special needs eligibility criteria and the enrollment process. Because for a chronic special needs plan, you have to have a chronic condition. There is one extra step with being enrolled in a chronic special needs plan. So other than being able to say, yes, I do have diabetes, for example, you do need to fill out paperwork with the agent at the time that you submit the enrollment application. They're going to ask you, okay, what doctor can we reach out to confirm your condition? And what will happen is the health plan will reach out to that doctor. It can be a primary care, it can be a specialist, but it does need to be one of those two doctors. And the office will need to sign off that you do have that particular condition. Okay, they're going to reach out to them in paper form. Now, we do encourage you, as an agent, I encourage my clients to follow up with their doctor's office to let them know that, hey, in the next couple weeks, you're going to get a letter from XYZ company. Please be mindful that, I'm trying to enroll in a chronic special needs plan, and I need you to verify that I have this particular condition. Offices are going to be very familiar with this process, so it's not going to come as a surprise to them. But you want to make sure that you're connecting with them so they know that you are expecting them to take care of that. Because if they do not take care of that, within about the first month, by the end of the second month, you will be disenrolled from that chronic special needs plan and you will need to enroll into another plan. But if you can take care of it from the get-go, it just makes everything smoother and you don't have this whiplash of moving between plans. So make sure that that the doctor's office that you give the information to the agent for, they are aware that this document is coming and that they need to take care of it. So are you going to benefit from a chronic special needs plan? Things to keep in mind, things to ask yourself. Key reasons for choosing a chronic special needs plan. You're looking for specialized care for your chronic condition. Again, because these Medicare Advantage plans are subsidized, the limited allowance that they receive each month for your enrollment in this plan, they are going to specialize and use that money toward that particular chronic condition. Okay, and so you want to be able to make sure that you're taking advantage of those services, and you can determine if those services provide enough advantage that it's worth changing your plan for. You are more likely to receive better outcomes with focused comprehensive care on a chronic special needs plan. This is not always the case, so this is not a guarantee blanket statement. It is more something that the possibility is there that you're going to receive better care on this plan and have access to better care. You are generally potentially going to have a lower out-of-pocket cost. Again, you want to compare your current plan, have your agent compare your current plan with the plan that you're looking at to make sure that, one, your drugs are covered on that chronic special needs plan and that your copays or other costs are going to be lower as well. Your agent would have access to tools and resources to be able to help you with that, or I can help you with that if you don't have an agent. Emphasize that individuals with chronic conditions can benefit greatly from the tailored resources offered in a chronic special needs plan. That is something that is generally true across the board, and with seniors, 1 in 3 seniors having at least 2 chronic conditions or more in the United States, these chronic special needs plans are becoming more and more popular across the nation. And so wherever you live, the likelihood each year of a chronic special needs plan being in your area, providing you this specialized care and service, is going to increase. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this was very informative and helpful and provided you a good foundation, a kind of a starting point to be able to have a conversation either with me or with your agent regarding chronic special needs plans in your area. You may ask, when can I enroll in a chronic special needs plan? If you are diagnosed with a chronic condition that does have a chronic special needs plan in your service area where you live, you can actually enroll in a chronic special needs plan any time of the year. There is not a limit. You can change to that. But you do want to make sure you sit down with an agent, or if you're doing this on your own, make sure you talk with the insurance company and do a thorough comparison of the benefits from the plan that you're on now to the plan that you're looking to enroll into. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next educational video. Bye-bye.